Hello, my fellow readers. Dark Symphony 777 here, and he's not feeling well. Yeah, I got a head cold from my mom, but I want to get some content out. I want to entertain you folks. I have a feeling this story is gonna break me because it looks like it's gonna be a story that's gonna be a lot of loud because I just see all caps right here. And I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's just get into it. So the story I am doing a reading of is in which the Man Emperor does not approve. It is a Warhammer story. So here's the thing. I found this story out from a friend of mine on Discord. He basically talked about if the Emperor had a text-speech device, and he constantly kept calling it a fan fiction. So I actually just looked it up. I just looked up if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device fan fiction because I'm like curious, like, oh, is this like a fan fiction theory thing? And I actually found out this story. Turns out it's actually just a web series, which if he couldn't have called it a fan fiction. Like honestly, I'm just saying that if you're gonna call something visual a fan fiction, then you're probably the same person who probably calls mangas comic books. Let's just get into it. Oh boy, this story's gonna break me. Okay. The Imperial entourage waited in tense silence for the Emperor of Mankind to pass his verdict. His head and eyes had been amongst the first things to decay, leaving no way for onlookers to guess the Emperor's move. The only beings in the chamber that hadn't stopped to watch here were the robotic servitors, as they went about monitoring the ancient life support systems that kept the Emperor's body on the edge of death. Wait, shouldn't that be edge of life? Two colossal men stood together at the base of the steps leading to the Emperor's throne, yet both were dwarfed by the size of the Emperor's skeletal form. One clad from head to foot in silver armor, which combined with his 4-meter figure to cut an impressive figure. The other was both taller and stranger, from his crimson skin to his horns and multicolored wings. No one could mistake him for a human. The taller man kept his back stiff and held tilted at the minimum angle he needed to stare the Emperor in the skull. His single eye changed color at a rapid pace, but was otherwise calm. As the silence stressed, on the man in the silver armor slowly crawled in on himself. When it reached the point where the man was clearly not watching the Emperor, the winged man took a silver gauntlet into his crimson claw. So let me get this straight, the Emperor of Mankind wrote, his text-to-speech device enunciating the words at booming volume. I sent Hort... Wait, what? Hort... This world never ceases to impress me that I ever see the words Hortits. Out to find and retrieve my wayward secretary. Instead of putting your abominably reckless sorcery to use finding his telepathic presence and teleporting him right back to me, you decided it would be a better idea to take my one and only trustworthy and non-insane companion and go dicking around the Imperium together. Technically, Magnus the Red said, the Emperor continued, and instead of doing the reasonable thing and teleporting around the galaxy to accomplish whatever mischievous, hackneyed schemes you had planned, you decided to hijack a flagship and force it to abandon any previous planned trips so it could take you on your joyride? Technically, that was one of the ships reserved for use by the High Lords of Terra, so I do have the right to use it, the man in silver said quietly. He is the Captain General, Magnus pointed out. And then, somehow, in the months of time compressed warp travel on said ship, you, Magnus, my one remaining son, still capable of rational thought, who I could call on and actually expect to get a response. I object to that pronunciation. Father. From the entourage, a man almost as tall as Magnus and dressed from head to toe in bulky yellow armor spoke. I respond to any summoning you give. My mind is firmly rooted in reality. You, Magnus, decided you'd rather force me to endure alone while you fuck my secretary? The same person I sent you to bring back to me? Is that what you're saying? Magnus, for his part, was flattering to be put on the spot. mind that the two of them hadn't gotten to that level of intimacy yet. Well, the Captain General spoke with natural dignity, or at least well-constructed calm facade. To be fair, he didn't make the decision alone. After all, it takes two to dance, or something. At least, some dances. Shut your cockle! You pellet suave passant top you! I'm gonna give your ass a proper once-over like Kentucky Fried Night over there, couldn't? I'm literally trying hard not to laugh because that's gonna just make me cough like a lot. Besides which, I'm chewing out Magnus for popping that cherry you keep locked inside that airtight armor or growers. Oh my god. This M-rated? It's like, no, it's T-rated, dang. Ugh. I thought it was A-rated. M-rated. When somebody is defending you, you do not get in their way like a tiny, ungrateful cut. Shh. Hell bent on suicide. Put my... You think I'm the General stuttered. I wouldn't, Magnus began to say. Excuse me. I have a say in this too, the Captain General said indignantly. You can't just pick someone you want to pin the blame on and ignore everyone else. That's, first of all, I got to. I am the motherfucking Emperor. And I assign blame where blame is due. Second, you don't get a say in this because you are an automaton. You have no emotions. Ooh. And therefore, anything that you did outside of your programming with Magnus had to have been Magnus's fault. And thirdly, he wants all the power. He's going to take all the responsibility. That is, began the Captain General. Bull, continued Magnus. Shit, said the Captain General. And you damn well know it, they finished in unison. There was a moment of silence in the room before the Captain General broke in. Seriously, your other companions over there must have ignored your orders hundreds of times. You think that's just to be buggy? And you have asked me in the past that if I was defying you, which I was at the time, and you challenged me to a card game over it. Later defied your orders on one specific occasion, and you knew it, and acknowledges, and you still like to think I can't think. Dantis, it's a logical paradox when you think about it, Magnus said. If somebody is supposedly programmed to obey you unquestionably, but they refuse you anyway, Father, how could they still be programmed? Wouldn't that make them sentient, by definition? I created my custodies to consider protecting my sons as one of their ingrained tasks. No, really, this would be ranked lower than obeying my every word. But over the past 10,000 years... You must have broken somewhat and reorganized the importance of your commands. Much like a Cheeto-stained neckbeard retard. It was so sexually repressed that the only way you can find release is by shipping Chaos Space Marines and the fucking Tau together in some kind of dickless pussy slapping orgy. If this video gets taken down because of this sentence, I'm blaming you, GSG. I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you, Miep. I'm blaming you. I'll be so lame, Selesh would cry. You clearly reimagined the order to protect my sons in the most disgusting way possible. Now I am very glad you never went to Ultra for seeing as how you chose to protect Magnus's body, and Gilman is in a coma. Okay, ill. The Captain General shuddered. Really? I suppose the three idiots over there somehow reordered their walk-around naked order to be top priority. He gestured to three muscular men quietly standing in the entrance, wearing what could be dangerously called libertine clothing. Are we missing something here? Magnus mumbled under his breath. Obviously! I object, Rogodord said. Oh, me damn it! What the fuck is it now, Johnny Hurricane? Mother of me. You see, dear father, you have contradicted yourself, Rogo said. After you've been told that, oh, the Captain General, he thinks the caretaker job isn't gratifying enough, you replied. Really? Oh, implied that you knew and accepted that he made that decision. And later, when Magnus inquired about the whereabouts of the Captain General, you told him he left, sob. And then when Magnus asked, "Why did you do that?" you said that he traded positions with the three stripperific wonders because he felt his job was not gratifying enough. Sob. Are you fucking kidding me, Ruggle? You're actually quoting me saying, "Oh, really?" As if that was completely validates everything you just said. You must have been inhaling too much dust from that shitty Lego lookalike fortress. You always make yourself think that shit is going to sit, ass winker. Wink. You know what? Why don't you go look through some of the Paterbo's old sketches? I think there are still some of them in this room. And then the way that you might actually learn something from a real architect. What did you just say? Uncle said. Oh, sure. Send him away just as soon as he starts bringing logic and reasoning into the conversation. Magnus griped. Hey, I'm still upset with you, or start making evidence-based claims, the Captain General added. There is! Hey, aren't logic and reasoning the central elements of the Imperial truth? One of the three custodians said, no, fuck off! Is that no as in, no, it's not the Imperial truth, or no, it means no, fuck you! You're fucking wrong! Your whole shitty argument is fucking stupid! Damn it, this is insane. You assholes are fucking insane. This whole damn scenario is fucking dumb and wrong, and fuck, tell that to anyone who's obsessive with politics. Bring any logic, any factual logic, they will screech at you. You're far right, or you're far left. You're SAW. That's why I don't. It's like this sentence. It sounds less like a marriage proposal and more just a take that towards politics in general. In my eyes. It was at this point, while the Emperor continued to jabber, the alarms began blaring, and other warning signs of an incoming temper tantrum began to occur. Small explosions began to occur, physically powered lasers began firing, and other such phenomena signaled those present that they should start fleeing for their own safety. Once the gates to the throne room were safely shut, those congregated had time to process. So, how long do you think it'd be like this? One of the barely dressed men said. Judging from the size of it, I say we have a few hours or so, the Captain General replied. For a moment, there was an awkward pause. Then Dorn said, Captain General, Magnus is not among those of my brothers I count as friends. Yeah? Well, same to you. But I am here, and as father is in denial, it falls to me to say this. I am very happy for you two, and I hope you make each other happy. But if you hurt my brother, I will kill you. And as tradition dictates, it will involve the use of a shovel or a shotgun. With a look most solemn, i.e. his default face, Dorn added, Furly Bloaf. Wait, really? The Captain General said, genuinely surprised. That's really good to hear. Not that you might kill me, I mean, just that you're not telling me I can't do this or don't have feelings or something. I can't say that I do the same for Kitten here, one of the three Crusaders, Cassis said to Magnus, gesturing to the Captain General as he did so. Nor do I see the point, honestly. That's it. On behalf of myself and my brothers, we promise to respect the decisions you've made in regards to each other. If privacy and fidelity are what you desire, we shall not interfere. Yes, but if you ever find that Kitten here isn't enough of a man, we're always open to turning a one-on-one into a party. Or a tango into a conga line. While Magnus shuddered. In the throne room, the one not God Emperor had calmed down considerably. Well, on the bright side, at least it's not a daemon. After the last 10,000 years, I was half expecting him to bring us some six-legged monstrosity who only speaks a rhyme. Oh, what a fucking headache that would have been. So, that was one of my favorite custodian. I would have thought calling him my son over and over would prevent shit like this. But apparently neither one is bothered by the implication that their relationship is borderline incest. It probably would have worked better if I had stopped some of the Primarchs from fucking each other back during the Great Crusade. Two of them might not be on my shit list, but I can't let this go unpunished. I suppose it's time to invoke the ancient and sacred right of the courtship challenge. He was a court pulling this bullshit out of his ass, but it was bullshit loosely based on the ancient Terran myths on princesses and prizes, and it came out the Emperor of Mankind was just his ass, so it counted as sacred anyways. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. The reason I didn't laugh as much is because I'm sick, and so I'm trying to hold in my laughter and everything. I thought this was an entertaining story. I think maybe it could. I think honestly, maybe it could have had a little more build up to them meeting the Emperor, like just talk about how they met and how they felt, or stuff like that. But other than that, it's fine. It's fine for what it is. It's still kind of re-extended. Yeah, the whole thing with neckbeards and stuff like that is like a take. In my opinion, I still think that's a take that towards politics. I do not like politics. I know. On a scale of 1 to 5, I would actually give this a 4. Mainly because I just found it entertaining. Like I said, I didn't laugh, mainly because I'm sick. So take it out what you will. But I did think this is funny. This actually makes me want to read the watch a video too of the actual thing. Let me see. Let's just pull this up. I'm actually gonna go watch that after I finish this video. So I just honestly think maybe you should like at least have some kind of a better beginning. That's it. Just say how they fell in love or stuff like that, or at least kind of explain the situation. Like you could even do it in like a jokey way. Say, "This is me and my boyfriend. I bet you're wondering how exactly we got into this situation in the first place." Yeah. Sort of deal. So that is which the Mad Emperor does not approve by FSD. This has been Dark Symphony 777 and cut.